Here's the bottom line on something to do, a wine tour in Santorini when you end up in Greece. Because let's face it, if you go to Greece, you might go to Athens, but you're probably gonna end up at the Greek islands. This wine tour is around $100. They're gonna take you to several different wineries and actually a brewery for the one that we booked. We'll put the details of it in the description of the video below. It's really enjoyable, and Greece has a very unique way of making wine, some really interesting history that I was not aware of. And they will take you to a great place to enjoy the sunset. So it's definitely something to do in the Greek islands other than just go to the beach, go sailing around, and go to the clubs. There's a few different ways you can do your holiday in Greece. You can go to Athens, see where it all started, experience the history. But even while in Athens, you get the impression that the Greeks, well, they like to have a good time. And so you might end up on the Greek islands. Most people go to either Mykonos or Santorini and spend a lot of time on the beach or on the water. Or just heading to the best party scene they can find. It's actually pretty easy to do both islands if you just take the ferry. But we have to say, our favorite was Santorini. And while we were there, we wanted to do something a little bit different. In Santorini, there are no street names or addresses. Everything is done by landmarks. So we're here at the art space. I'm not sure what that means, but it's just the art space, and that's where we're being picked up for our wine tour because we're gonna do a wine tour of several wineries, vineyards in Santorini, Greece, and it's gonna be amazing, and I'm really, really excited because I've been wanting to come here and see these whitewashed buildings and the architecture and all that, and we will see all that, but first we have to go on these wine tours. On our Greece tour, Michael's here with us, he's over there. He's playing that arcade game. The wine tour we booked showed us the old school Greek wineries, the kind that are in the family for generations.
Years. But now you taste wine, Grand Reserve, the most Grand Reserve, also unfiltered, all my wines unfiltered. Or like this you prefer, without you smell.
Okay guys, let's be serious. I can't quite understand everything the Greek guy is saying, but what I'm gathering is this winery is very old, hundreds of years old, been in his family a long time. These are actually the old stables that turned into an art gallery. They also make tomato sauce, some moonshine type liquors, and wine obviously, so we're about to taste the wine, but this is cool. They've repurposed the stables as an art gallery. But they also showed us the ones that are more modern and take a more scientific approach to making their wine.
Vines 80 to 100 years old. In this case, the winemaker wants to have a terroir wine, the ones that represent the soil that they're coming from. And the vintage curve, like it's not flat. At the same time, it's
actually really good.
Probably
one of the better rosés I've had.
So we have a key. We don't even get it good now.
Just grew up there.
This one's more modern, they have a much larger production, but the things we've learned at this one that are really interesting is more about the soil on Santorini. So the soil is volcanic ash and rocks, completely dead, so there's no bacteria, there's no viruses. If you know anything about wine and vineyards and the vines, you'll know that there was a parasite, disease, virus, whatever you want to call it, that started in America, kind of spread across the world and infected a lot of the vines. And then our vines became immune, so we had to kind of graft our vines with a lot of the vines all around the world. They did not have to do that here because the soil is so dead that the parasite, or if it was a bacteria, whatever it was, it could not live in the soil. So the vines that are here are hundreds of years old, and they're not grafted or kind of a hybrid with any American vines or anything. Really enjoyable, really classy winery. They give you lots of pairings with the cheese and the bread and tomato paste with all the white wines and then some dessert wines. Really recommend this place, and we have one more remaining. Of course, as you probably already know, one of the most important decisions you can make on Santorini is where you're going to see the sunset. Lucky for us, the last winery had a great view.
He said if you want to go up and see her.
She's from Crete.
From Florida! Florida! You better... Yeah, sorry.
If you've done wine tours in the past, you know that you tend to make some friends. A new friend that we made invited us to watch the sunset again, but this time from the village of Ie. Santorini is a beautiful island, and I think if you're looking to come here and you're not sure what I should do, what you should do, and maybe a wine tour is something that you should check into, because so far it's been really enjoyable. And if you've been watching our channel, you've seen we've done wine tours around the world, and this one is right up there with the best.